So the concept of free fall motion is very simple. When we drop any object under the influence of gravity from a certain height, so that gives you the concept of free fall motion. Let's suppose we can define free fall motion in a simple words like motion of a body. Motion of a body under the influence of gravitational force. So this is the definition of free fall motion. For example, if we drop any body from a certain height, so let's suppose if we consider an object that we drop from a certain height, and let's see what are the factors that it starts to change in that body. For example, if we drop a body from a certain height like this, so this is the initial position, and in this initial position we can say body starts from the rest state. Means initial speed is 0, because when body starts from rest, so initial speed is 0, and when you drop from this a certain height, so initial speed is 0, and further we can say the weight of the body acts in downward direction. For the other factors, we have weight of the body acts in downward direction. And if we talk about air resistance, because in our surrounding we have air resistance, and air resistance always acts in the opposite direction of the weight. So the weight of the body is in downward direction like this, and air resistance is always in opposite direction. Air resistance. For example, when we are running, so we feel that there are so many air particles in the surrounding. We feel those air particles in the opposite direction of our motion, because we are running in forward direction, and we feel air resistance in backward direction. So that is the concept of air resistance. So the weight of the body is in downward direction, air resistance in upward direction. So initially, when body is in rest state, so body is not moving. So when body is not moving, so in this situation we can say air resistance is right now 0. Air resistance is equals to 0, because right now body is not moving, so there is no air resistance in this position. And if we talk about acceleration, acceleration is also 0, because body is not moving, speed is not changing, acceleration equals to 0. So this is the scenario in the starting point. But right now we are using gravitational force. So because of gravitational force, we have a constant value of gravitational pull, and because of gravitational force, the value of acceleration is equals to a constant value. Constant value equals to 9.8 meter per second square. So this value is also given in your paper because this value is constant when only the force of gravity is acting on a body. So when only one force acting on a body, so that force is gravitational force. And due to that gravitational force, the acceleration of the body is equals to this constant value 9.8 meter per second square. Right? Any confusion in this?
Sir, can you repeat again the last part?
Okay, basically, if some object is going to be dropped from a certain height, so because of that certain height, the force of gravity is acting on that body. If object is placed on earth or if object is placed on any surface on the ground, so then we know that it is on a ground surface. So gravitational forces not very much strong at that point. But when we drop something from a certain height, for example, from third floor, fourth floor, if we are going to drop anything, so due to gravity, that object starts to move in downward direction. Okay, we are not we are not providing any external force. We are not pushing that object. If we just release that object from a certain height, so it automatically moves in downward direction. And reason is very simple because of gravity. Because gravity tries to attract everybody, gravity tries to attract towards the center of the earth, towards the ground surface. So that's why all objects starts to move in downward direction. Okay. So this value 9.8 meter per second square, this is the value of acceleration due to gravity. So in other words, we can say this is the constant value always given in your paper and it is called acceleration due to gravity. Because gravity is same for all bodies. So when gravity is same for all bodies, so definitely when you drop something, for example, in a practical life, when you drop a stone and a paper, so which object falls first on the ground? A stone or a paper?
Stone.
A stone drops first on the ground because the mass is greater of a stone as compared to the paper. But let's suppose if there is no air resistance in the surrounding. So then what do you think? If there is no air in our surrounding and then we drop,
Then maybe the bottles fall.
yes, so basically when you drop both objects in absence of air resistance, when there is no air particles in the surrounding and then you drop both objects from same height, so they starts to reach the ground at a same time. Okay, because gravity is same on all bodies. Okay, so that's why the value of acceleration due to gravity remains the same, that is 9.8 meter per second square for every body, right? That is falling freely under the influence of gravity only, right? And let's suppose now we are going to drop this object, and when we drop this object, it covers some distance. So it covers some distance, and after covering up some distance, we got a new position. So after dropping up this object, we got a new position of this body in the atmosphere. So now body is in motion state. It is not in rest state. Object is now in motion state. And what do you think? Let's suppose if we consider the example of the paratroopers. The paratroopers actually jumps from a certain height and then they opens up a parachute. So before opening up the parachute, you observe when they jump, they try to balance their body in the atmosphere, right? And how they are actually balancing up their body in the atmosphere by balancing the air resistance and the weight of a body. Okay. So in the same way, we need to mention all the quantities. For example, if we talk about the velocity. So what do you think about velocity? That velocity will be increasing, decreasing, or it will be constant when we drop this object and after, if we observe this body after some time. So what do you think about speed and velocity when you drop something? So after some time, if we talk about speed, so speed will be greater, it will be less, or it will be same as compared to the previous state. So basically, speed will be greater when you drop something from a height. So definitely after some time, speed starts to increase. For example, if you throw ball in vertical upward direction, right? So when ball reaches the maximum height, and then that ball starts to move in downward motion again, in downward direction again. So time by time, the speed of that ball starts to increase. Okay. So speed increases. And when speed increases, air resistance also increases. Air resistance also increases. So when air resistance increases, so definitely it starts to resist the motion of the body. But right now, the weight of the body is still greater than air resistance. The weight of the body is still greater than the air resistance. So we can say that weight is greater than air resistance. Just like the example of the paratroopers when they jump from a certain height, so they need some time to balance their body in the atmosphere in the air. So that's why initially when the speed of the body increases, and when the speed of the body increases, so in initial state when body is going to fall freely, so the weight of the body is greater than air resistance. So body requires some time to balance the weight of the body with air resistance in the atmosphere. Okay. And after some more time, if we observe this object, after some more time, so now again body is in motion state. but the speed of the body becomes constant. Speed of the body becomes constant, and reason is very simple. Air resistance is equals to the weight of a body. So air resistance is equals to the weight of a body, and speed is equals to constant, and acceleration equals to zero. Acceleration is equals to zero this time because all forces are balanced and they are equal opposite to each other. So any question in this scenario? Scenario is very simple. Again, if we observe from the start, so initially from the start, we drop an object. So when we drop object, so it starts from rest state. So in rest state, this is the initial velocity of a body. This is called initial initial velocity. So definitely when we starts from rest state, so initial velocity is equals to zero because body is not moving. When body is not moving, so the weight of the body acts in downward direction. When the weight of the body acts in downward direction because gravity tries to pull that body in downward direction, so that's why weight acts in downward direction. And then if we talk about air resistance, so right now body is not moving, so air resistance is equals to zero right now because it is not experiencing so much air particles on itself, so that's why air resistance is zero. And acceleration is equals to the constant value that is called acceleration due to gravity. So because of gravity, the acceleration is equals to 9.8 meter per second square. And that is same for all the body, not for this one, for all the bodies that are going to fall freely from a certain height, or those bodies are at a certain height. Then in next state, when we drop the object, so when we drop the object, so after some time, body comes into the motion state. And when body is in motion state, so it means the speed of the body or the velocity of the body starts to increases, because initially it is zero, now it is greater than zero. And when body is moving, so definitely air resistance starts to increase. And when air resistance starts to increase, so definitely the weight of the body is greater than air resistance. And finally, after some more time, the speed of the body, the velocity of the body becomes constant because air resistance and the weight of a body both are equals to each other, and acceleration will be equals to zero because now speed is not changing. So when speed or velocity is not changing, so acceleration is equals to zero. And this constant speed is also called terminal velocity. Yes. Now any other question? Yes.
Sir, when the like the velocity increases in the second part, so what's gonna happen to the acceleration?
Basically the acceleration is going to be decrease because air resistance is increasing. The weight of the body is also remains the same, that is in downward direction. But because of air resistance, a body feels some resistance and speeds slightly increases from 0. But if we talk about acceleration, so acceleration slightly starts to decrease from the starting value. Okay, so acceleration, we can say acceleration falls, right? So acceleration decreases because in final scenario we observe acceleration is equals to 0. So when acceleration is equals to 0, it means in the previous state it starts to decreases. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Any other question? Okay. For example, in this scenario, in the same example, if you consider the concept of parachute, let's suppose. For example, this body also consists of a parachute, right? And after this whole three scenarios that we discuss, so after these three scenarios, body opens up the parachute. Okay. So when body opens up the parachute, so then what happens to the body? What happens to the speed? What do you think about it generally? Speed will decrease or speed will remain same, or there will be some different value of the speed when parachutes open up.
It slows down a little bit because it's catching air resistance and the
It
parachute above them.
it slows down because of air resistance, right? Any other thing in someone's mind that this will happen when the parachute will be open up? Okay, definitely the speed of the body starts to decrease. And I will also show you some practical experiment related to it that gives you a clear idea of the speed and whole this scenario that we discussed till now. So, for example, okay, so this is the example of paragliders or paratroopers that they are going to fall from a certain height. So in this video, we can easily observe the values of their speeds. So initially, you can see initially they are going to start from rest. Speed is 0, right? So initially speed increases very quickly and now it starts to become constant. So 55 meter per second, now this speed becomes constant if you compare from the initial state. Initially starts from 0, then 10, 20, 30, 40, and then it becomes 55 constant. So body of the paratrooper is now, you can see it is balanced. And after opening up the parachute, you can see speed decreases very quickly because of greater air resistance. And still it decrease and then it becomes again constant. So this is the simple experiment that we are talking about. It balance and then after the opening of the parachute, speed quickly decreases and again it becomes a constant value, very small constant value as compared to the first. Okay. Initially we are getting 55 in this video and finally we are getting 5 only. So almost 10 times less as compared to the initial constant velocity or the constant speed, right? So the same scenario happens over here when the body opens up the parachute. So when parachute opens up, so same body, just like we observe that body is still in motion state, but the velocity or the speed of the body decreases. Air resistance will be more greater as compared to the initial value. Air resistance will be greater than the weight of a body, and acceleration will be negative because velocity decreases. So we got deceleration, right? Decrease in velocity. So when there is a decrease in velocity, so that is called negative acceleration. And this is the concept. Okay. And according to this concept, we got the idea that acceleration starts to decrease also. That is called deceleration as compared to the previous scenario. And after sometimes the body again balance itself with air resistance and it starts to fall with the same constant velocity, that is called terminal velocity again. Okay. So this is the whole scenario of free fall motion.